Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video of Just Another Guy on the Internet. And in today's video we are going to be reviewing the SS Deutschland made by Drash2005. And yeah, so this is the first German liner that we are going to be reviewing. And yeah, so here we go. And yeah, so this is the SS Deutschland, launched in 1900, operated by the Hamburg America line. And you are going to notice that it is very similar to the Kaiser Wilhelm der Große of North German Lloyd, and because it's got 4 funnels, and just the overall exterior shape of it, and even the layout is very similar to that ship, which I found very interesting. And it might have something to do with the fact that this ship was actually built by the Hamburg America line in order to compete with the Kaiser Wilhelm der Große. And North German Lloyd responded back to that by building 3 more ships of the same class, of the Kaiser class, which would become known as the 4 Flyers. So, very interesting there. And yeah, so here's the Deutschland, very nice as you can see. It does look really nice. It's got a good amount of detail here. It does look very accurate to the actual ship. One of the things I found interesting about the ship is that the funnels here, as you see, don't have like the black top. So I imagine they would get quite dirty with soot and other stuff, the smoke coming out and everything. It's similar to the HS Britannic, so I imagine it that would also get pretty dirty as well. So yeah, a lot of vents as you can see, because the German ships did also focus on speed quite a bit, just like Cunard. And yeah, let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it for the actual exterior that I want to kind of mention. So here's just the shape of it. Looks really good. And yeah, so here's the bridge. Here we are. And a disclaimer is that the signs are going to be in German, since it is, well, a German ship. So every time the team builds a ship, they always make the signs appropriate to the actual country. So if it's a French ship, the signs are going to be in French. And of course all the English ships are going to be in English. So, and I'm going to try my best to kind of translate everything. My German knowledge is a little bit limited, but I will still try my best here. So, anyways, yeah, you have this little deck house here with the bridge, and you got the little compass right on top of it. And yeah, so I've been having a problem with like missing text, which is pretty annoying. So, but yeah, this is like the wheelhouse right here. Well, kind of this forward section here. Yeah, right here is the actual wheelhouse. You got the wheel, of course, and looks like some more tight bulkheads, the levers to operate it. And yeah, so yeah, there's the wheelhouse right there. Carton house. So this is like the chart room, I imagine. It's got the maps, some closets here. And this is pretty cool. It's got a overhead view of the entire ship, which I haven't really seen for any of the other maps I've reviewed so far. And then yeah, you got stairs going down to the officers' quarters. We'll be getting to that shortly. And that's actually all that's really up here. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of vents, some skylights here and there. And then down here on the shade deck, you have your lifeboats, of course. You have a couple of deck houses here and there. So yeah, you got stairs leading up to the bridge. And then here's the actual officers' quarters. And it's pretty interesting how you have like 2 officers in one room. Although the rooms themselves do look pretty nice. Yeah, it's just officers here, pretty much the same furniture. You got a steward here, of course, the actual steward for the officers, of course. Pilot, so this is where the pilot would sleep, and messa. So this is the mess hall for the officers, I'm assuming, since we are in the officers' quarters after all. And then just one officer here. And yeah, here were the stairs that lead back up to the bridge and wheelhouse. And you also have a staircase going down to the passenger accommodation. You can tell because there's a little barrier. And also if you look at the deck plans. Capitan, so this is the captain here, with his private bath, of course. And also like his sitting room or day room. Yeah, Wohnzimmer. And another officer here. I think this is the first officer. Yeah. So that's the officers' quarters. So yeah, more boats here. So yeah, funnels, vents, skylights, some deck machinery here and there. Lots of detail. Got some stairs leading down to the promenade deck. And I think there's an actual barrier here, so I think this right here is for officers. And then this is actually first class here on the shade deck. So you have the Eingang for the entrance for first class. And yeah, so this right here I consider kind of the main staircase for first class, which is actually midships. Now, if you see my Campania video, I do mention that kind of the layout of some of these German ships is similar to the Campania, and maybe some of the other Cunard ships. But you see that here, where this is just one example, where the kind of the main staircase is midships, and then you have a smaller staircase a little bit more forward, and that's actually how Campania was also laid out. So yeah, you also have toilets and baths for the gentlemen here. Bod, so you got a bath here. Private, well, not really private, just, toilet. And then also here you have laundry. So, and then a little room for the worker. So yeah, really nice staircase here, painting, skylight. And there's some cabins here. And most of these cabins are this style right here. There are 2 suites that are located on this deck. And also a few more, what was it, the main deck, I think? So, and yeah, so all these cabins are pretty much the same. Same furniture, mostly same layout. And then you have the Kinderzimmer, so this is the children's playroom. So, really nice here. Skylight, and it's kind of got like this little window here that just kind of looks down there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the kids' room. Don't have much else to comment about it. And you have windows looking down over the dome, over the dining saloon. And I think that's pretty much it for this deck house here. Yeah, you got ladders going up to some more machinery, more vents, more skylights. And you kind of got a raised roof here over the smoke room. And these right here are the actual skylights over the smoke room, first class smoke room. And you have this deck house back here with like a little storage area here. More lifeboats. Got like a little barrier here and more stairs leading down to the promenade deck. First class entrance. And here you just have more cabins, all in the same style pretty much. And you do have this little staircase here. And more cabins. Very nice ceiling design here. Got some paintings. And I think this is the mast right here, right? Yeah, the mast kind of runs through. Oh, right. So, yeah, so over here is the first class grill room. Now, I think this ship right here was the first ocean liner to have like a kind of like an a la carte restaurant where you would have a separate dining option besides the actual dining saloon, of course. So you would pay extra to dine here. This would not be included in your actual ticket. So, and yeah, so there's the first class grill room. And that's actually pretty much it for the shade deck. Then you just got a bunch of open deck space here, vents, Even got some deck chairs here. And kind of got like a steering wheel here, so I think this is like the aft docking bridge, right? I think. I don't really see a docking bridge, so this might be it. And yeah, so that's actually it for that. Up next we have the Promenade deck, which is named that because of the promenades running on each side. At the forward section, though, you do have the forecastle with 2 breakwaters, which is very interesting. Although I have seen that on other ships. And then you got a crew staircase here, leading down to the forward crew accommodation. So yeah, a lot of detail here, as you can see. Very nice. Got a ladder going right up to the lookout's nest there. Got a little walkway that connects the forecastle and the superstructure, and you do have stairs leading down. Kind of this front face of the superstructure, it reminds me very much of Cunard's Mauritania. Quite a bit. This is like really almost the same, except that Mauritania didn't have this extra deck down here. It was only like these 3 right here. So, but like the bridge kind of did extend out a little bit here, and this section kind of jutted out a bit. Very interesting. And yeah, so you have the promenade space here. Very nice here. Let's go back into first class here. So yeah, this is what I was talking about with the kind of the smaller staircase here being forward, which we have seen on Campania. And also on Campania we had cabins here. So, and yeah, so just really cabins in this photo section. Of course, Campania did have a library here. But the Kaiser class actually did have a library here. Here in the Deutschland, which I know is a different ship of a different class. It just has cabins here. And here's the staircase that leads back up to the officers' quarters. Looks like there's a mirror here, and a nice skylight right above. And I don't really know what these things are. You see them quite a bit throughout the ship here. And then you got a women's lavatory and bath. Yeah. Gepäck room, so this is like a baggage room. There's a small baggage room. And more cabins here. And you kind of got like a kind of random hallway here. Which is here because of the actual lounge, so. And yeah, a lot of little skylights here. Stairs leading back up to the shade deck. And back into first class here. Yeah, so we have the main staircase. Looks very nice from this angle here. And right over here is the social hall. Pretty much the lounge. On the deck plans that I have, which are in English, they call this the drawing room. So, but it's all pretty much the same here. And here you can look over the dining saloon, or up at the skylight here. Very nice. We will be taking a closer look at this once we actually get to the dining saloon. So yeah, really nice room. I like the yellow here. I think it's accurate. I know there are a lot of colorful and color illustrations of some of the interiors. So, might have been pretty easy to figure all that out. And yeah, I got a piano, plenty of seating here for like writing letters, so there really isn't like a separate room for the ladies. It's just the smoke room for a gentleman. And I think we have like little fireplaces here. So, and then hang on. So that leads to the smoke room, and there's a short little hallway here with yeah, more toilets. And you do have a hallway here with windows looking out to the promenade. And this is like a crew entrance, so only for crew. Schranke, so this right here is like a bar, pretty much. Which makes sense because right over here is the smoke room, Rock Salon. So yeah, and this is also very similar to the Kaiser class smoke room. Yeah, you got like this little area here with the skylight. Very Very nice, you know, very elaborate. As you can see, this is what I referred to as the German liners having very elaborate interiors. So, yeah, fireplace, plenty of seating. The port of Hamburg, yeah. And you also got a little clock here. So you've noticed that this is also very similar to Campania because you have like the smoke room here with a hallway connecting it to the lounge. Just another example of them being similar. And there's also these little windows here. This little shaft here for laying air. And yeah, another one of these random hallways. And another hallway here. Yeah, the reason this is here is because you have the engine casing running on each side here. And yeah, we're back in this little area, so you got like the staircase here. You got more toilets, yeah. And more cabins, yes. And back here are the two of the suites on this ship. So yeah, here's one of them. Here's A, with a little fireplace even. Little alcoves for the beds, which I find really cool here. And private baths, of course. With a little light. And yeah, these are both the same here. So same style here. And yeah, more promenade space, deck chairs. And you got a little barrier here because this is now second class. So yeah, you got like a crew staircase here. And here at the very stern here, I got more stairs. And you do have the entrance for second class. And also the main staircase. As you can see, it's pretty small. But then again, second class back then was pretty small. Didn't hold too many people. And there's a little skylight here, painting. And you do have the smoke room for second class, which is also pretty small here. Has like the little dome here. Also similar to Campania's second class smoke room. So I think they were actually, when Hamburg America was building this, they were inspired by Campania and the Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse. Well, obviously because the ship is very similar to it, to the Wilhelm der Grosse. And that's actually it for the promenade deck. Up next we have the upper deck. And now we'll be getting into third class slash more of the crew here. So yeah, kind of got like this well deck here. Cargo hatch, of course, going all the way down. Got stairs going up to the promenade deck here, as you can see. And underneath the forecastle, you have third class entrances. So yeah, as you can see, very basic and very simple here. No luxury at all. So, toilets for the men here, washroom, and yeah, you got a kitchen for third class. And yeah, so you just got a bunch of crew spaces here. You have the hospital as well. With a little washroom here and probably bath, yeah. And yeah, more entrances for third class here. Yeah, very compact as you can see, not a lot of whole space to move around. And kind of like a workstation. Storage. Lager. Yeah, a lot of storage here. Farben, so we got some, I think like a paint store. Sand. And yeah, just toilets. So yeah, wash place. And here are the stairs that lead up to the forecastle that we saw. And yeah, so that's the forest section there. And we can go back into first class by using these doors here. And guess what? More cabins. Yep. No surprise there. Here's the smaller staircase that comes down here into this cabin. Into this kind of, accommodation. And these beds are facing aft. That's interesting. Is it supposed to be like that? I don't know. To main deck. So yeah, I got some stairs leading down. Kofer, what? So maybe like another, I think that means suitcase. So I guess maybe more kind of luggage, perhaps, baggage. And these doors look very interesting here. And yeah, more cabins. And then you come to like this kind of central area here, kind of this main area, where you can look down into the dining saloon here. And Chief Steward here. Very nice. And here are the suites that I was talking about, so some of the other suites here. So here's actually kind of a private bath here. And yeah, here's another one of the suites here. Again, got the private, just, fireplace and some of the alcoves for the beds. So yeah, C and D, so you got the suites here. Very nice styles here. And here's where the main staircase comes down. So it looks really nice. Of course, up there is the lounge where we were just earlier. And yeah, so some more cabins here. Cabins. I got some crew entrances here. Storage. Oh, that looks interesting. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so it's... Okay. We're just gonna move on. Yeah, so more crew areas here, storage, and more cabins. This one's kind of bigger than the other ones we've seen. And you also have the barber here, of course. Pretty custom, customary to have them on ships. And second class kitchen. So that's where it is. More toilets here. Storage, bakery, and then yeah, machine room. So this is the engine room. Yeah, the casing leading to it. Got another hallway here. Another entrance there. Chief engineer, who gets a really nice cabin. And a little bit of crew spaces here. So the cook here. I don't know what this is. Aerts, so the doctor. And Apotheker, so this is the pharmacist. Yep. So just toilets, storage rooms, cabins. Good. And... oh, and the purser, of course. And kind of like a... that's interesting. Like an office for the engine room? Not sure what that's all about. And then yeah, so this is first class promenade space here. More crew areas. And you also do have the post office up here, although there is a staircase leading down to kind of the mail room, I guess. And this leads back into first class here. So you can see that this hallway right here actually just leads back to the area that we were before. And also kind of right below that other hallway. Of course, you got the engine casing on each side. Similar to Lusitania and Mauritania, where they had like the two separate engine casings. And you got the small little staircase that keeps going down, and it terminates right here, because then this staircase right here is for crew. As you can see, there's even a little barrier there. And yeah, more cabins here. Of course, crew areas. And this just leads back into the post office here. And this would be the mail clerks. And cabins. And what is this? Not sure what that is. And yeah, got stairs leading back up to the promenade deck. And back into second class here. So yeah, similar style to first class, as you can see, only the flooring is different, which I think is correct. Not sure. But yeah, you got more cabins for second class, of course, and you have the lounge for second class. Also, pretty small here, but it's still nice. You can't really complain. You got a little dome here with the skylight, little fireplace, clock, so not bad. And I think this is like the children's saloon, because Campania also had a saloon for children for second class. Because the main dining saloon is one deck below. And yeah, you got the main staircase coming down. And then it leads to some more cabins here. Yeah, cabins, and some toilets here. And then I think these are stewards. Yep. And some more toilets. Alright, so up next we have the main deck. So now we're within the actual hull, making our way down. And at the front, you're going to see crew spaces here. Yep, so, dormitory style. Yeah, a bunch of stewards here. These are all pretty much the same furniture, except just laid out differently. And some toilets for the stewards. Well, that's interesting. Aren't stewards basically crew? So let's just have crew only here. And back into first class, it looks like. So this leads to the lower deck. Yeah, baths. A lot of baths here. Yeah, just a lot of baths and toilets here. Yeah, like a sanitary area. Interesting. For men and for women, of course. And you have this small little staircase leading down to the first class accommodation on the lower deck. Yeah, more cabins. So, and this is where the smaller staircase terminates. It doesn't go down any further because of the boiler rooms. There you can got a little glimpse at it. And more cabins. Some of these are really small. Oh yeah, Kessel Room. So this is the boiler room, the actual entrance to it. Boiler room number 2 to upper deck, and then got kind of like a drying room. Okay, so Speisesaal. So this is the dining saloon for first class, and probably the most elaborate room on the ship, and most impressive. So yeah, this I definitely consider, the centerpiece of the entire ship. It looks absolutely magnificent. So, and it spans like 4 decks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So, really cool. Of course, you got the lounge here, and then kind of the central area, all looking down into the actual dining saloon. Looks really cool. And you also have a little plaque here from the old Seeds of the Future. That's all I can really understand. That's what I made out. And yeah, I got a piano here. Cabinen, so yeah, this goes back to the cabins, just goes on to the other side. So yeah, paintings, and of course it is an actual saloon here with the long tables and like the seating at the side. Of course, the ship was launched in the 1900s, so a lot of the stuff from the 1800s still kind of carried on over. Yeah, portholes. Interesting flooring here. And this is also where the main staircase terminates here. So, yeah. And yeah, over here are like private dining saloons. So there's one on each side here, which I do see on some of the German liners. They have these private dining saloons. They're here on the Bremen as well, and the Kaiser class, I've seen them. So yeah, final glimpse at the actual dining saloon here. Very nice. And Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse also has something like that. And yeah, we have crew only. This is now crew areas. So boiler room number 3. So, and there should be some pantry areas back here for the actual dining saloon. So yeah, boiler room number 4, got a bunch of crew areas. So this is like the first class pantry. And it's got like these little like windows here for serving. You can just open it up. And you also have the kitchen here for first class. Yeah, some toilets here, very nice. Got like a wood burning stove here, I think. So yeah, and you also have the fireman's kitchen here, the Heitzer, staircase, toilet here. So yeah, this is all pretty much crew here. Got some more staircases here. The baths and a wash place for the firemen here. And you also have the engine room here. Okay, so kitchen, and then, so yeah, let's fly through here. So yeah, you got the engine casing, wash place, Heitzer, some more firemen. As you see, they're accommodated at the stern, which is different than some of the White Star liners where they have them at the bow. So yeah, pretty similar to the stewards here, the actual accommodation. Just kind of flying around here. And also the barber for some of the crew here, very nice. And then some more wash places here. Okay, so pantry for second class. Actually, let's take a look at it. Alright. And then, yeah, so the dining saloon for second class. Yeah, not bad. It is second class after all, but still pretty nice here. Not anywhere near as grand as first class here, but it does have the little dome skylight. And there's some stairs leading down to some cabins here. And yeah, more cabins here. Pretty basic. Main staircase, baths, toilets, and the ceiling in here is only 2.5 blocks tall because of the kind of the step-up area here. And yeah, so now all we have left is the lower deck and the hold, and we can call it a day. So, yeah, so you got a lot of third class here. Yeah, so of course dormitory style, steerage with the beds and then kind of the little eating area, dining area in the center. You had the cargo hatches running right through it here. So, and this is a very interesting setup here. Of course, very little privacy. And back into first class. So this is the only accommodation for first class on the lower deck. Of course, it can be accessed by the small staircase. And here are some of the cheapest first class cabins here. More or less the same as some of the other ones. And then, yeah, so you got boiler rooms now. The actual engine casing, as you can see, some of the uptakes. Here. And yeah, so you got the actual coal chutes as well. So this is how the ship would obtain its coal for these little coal chutes. And yeah, so the midship 4, the lower deck is pretty much just the actual boiler rooms. A little bit of crew here at the sides, so and then let's see, like a storage room here. I'm not sure what that is. So kitchen, and then like main cook, main baker. So yeah, a little bit of crew areas, engine room. So yeah, and then kind of like the engineer's workshop here, and more crew. And where does this lead up? Oh, so it was those stairs we saw previously. A lot of crew here, mostly firemen. And we're back into second class here, you know, same style as for the entire accommodation here. So yeah, these were the stairs that led up from the dining saloon. And a lot of cabins here, all in the same style. And yeah, stairs. This room is pretty big. Oh, I think this room is supposed to have furniture in it. Yeah. And also this is where the main staircase for second class terminates. And then yeah, there's the very end of the ship. Alright, so let's explore the hold a bit, and that's going to be at the end of the video. And then yeah, so let's go into here. And you have a little bit of food storage areas. So, or just storage areas in general, really. And got some cargo holds. Oh, yeah, very deep down in the ship here. So yeah, cargo holds is, of course. Cargo hatches, of course. And then yes, so you got a direct access from the cargo hold to the boiler room. And here are the boiler rooms. Look really nice. You know, can't say if they're accurate or not. Don't really know much about the actual engineering portion, so I'm just going to assume this is correct. That he's done his research. And yes, you got your coal bunkers. And this is a pretty interesting setup here. Huh. And then let's see. There should be some watertight doors here. Yep. And then the other 2 boiler rooms. So there's 4 in total. Very nice. And of course you got your catwalks and uptakes. Oh, that looks very interesting. And then yeah, more coal bunkers. And yeah, watertight doors, bulkheads. And now we're in the actual engine room. And these are quadruple expansion engines, which are the exact same that you see on the Big 4, the White Star Line. Electric engines, so this would, you know, power the electricity on board. You got your propeller shafts here. And yeah, so let's see. And you got the steering engine. Some more staircases here, so this was like the crew staircase. And yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up for the Deutschland, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I certainly did. This was a really nice build, I must say. Very accurate. I think this is the only one currently someone has, you know, this is the only build of the actual Deutschland. I don't think anyone else has really built it. So it is always a nice, surprise having some of these lesser known ships being brought back to life. It's really cool, I must say. So I look forward to reviewing perhaps some more of his work in the future, and also some of these other liners from Germany, France. So eventually I will probably review the Normandy and such. So that's going to be very exciting. But of course I also will be reviewing more White Star liners and Cunard liners, since I'm very familiar with those. So, and yeah, so that's going to be the end of the review, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. So, bye for now.